Welcome back, folks, to another episode of the 25 Lessons I Learned in 25 Years. I'm here in downtown San Diego, waiting to go to a great event where we're going to celebrate our top producers at the San Diego Zoo. But first, I'm going to send some B-roll your way in my intro in a second, but we're going to talk about how having a giving mindset, a positive want-to-help mindset, can help attract significantly more business and, frankly, good luck your way. But first, let's roll the intro.
Wash me in the water, cleanse me in the mercy of your love. I need a heavenly touch, 'cause I'll be backsliding. I need a little guiding for my soul. Only heaven knows, 'cause I just need a helping hand. It's gonna help me stand. It's gonna help me stand. 'Cause I just need a helping hand. It's gonna help me stand. It's gonna help me stand. But every now and then I get a feeling in my bones that I'm just wandering on my own. So I hit my knees and I'm crying out, please, oh Lord, won't you bring me back home? Yeah. Wash me in the water, cleanse me in the mercy of your love. I need a heavenly touch, 'cause I'll be backsliding. I need a little guiding for my soul. Only heaven knows, 'cause I just need a helping hand. It's gonna help me stand. It's gonna help me stand. 'Cause I just need a helping hand.
All right, folks, so let's talk about mindset. I was about maybe 3-4 weeks into the business. I had gotten a couple listings already, and my objective every day when I went out door knocking and hitting expires or for sale by owners was, how can I get myself a listing? How can I get something for me? I needed a paycheck. I needed some business. I needed my career to take off. It was all about me. And then I met a couple named Mr. and Mrs. Rice, and they were for sale by owner, and I went to their door, and Mr. Rice would not come out and talk to me. And I pushed a little harder, and I said, look, Mrs. Rice, just let me talk to you guys. Let me just tell me why you guys aren't willing to list your home, but you're so nice to me when I come to your door. By the way, this was like the third time I've come to their door. And she says, look, I'm going to tell you, but it's going to, kill Mr. Rice if I tell you, because it's embarrassing. And I'm like, what? She goes, well, we're in our 80s and we've made a lot of mistakes. We took out a second, we took out a third, we took out a fourth on our property, and we did improvements, and now we can't pay that back, and we're behind on our house payment, and we're in trouble, and his pride won't let him tell any realtors what's going on. And I said, well, let me come in and talk to him. She says, let me go talk to him. She goes, talks to Mr. Rice. They invite me in. We sit in the kitchen. And while we're sitting there, he starts to break down and tell me what had happened in his life. And at his age, this was something that he never expected to happen. He expected his retirement in his older years to be way more stable than this. And now he's facing not having a home. It broke my heart. And I told the guy, look, before short sales or anything, give me all your lender information and let me go see what I can do. Let me see if I can help you. I don't care if I make any money on this thing. I just want to help you guys out. You got me in the heartstrings. Let me see what I can do. I went back to the office, talked to my broker, and I started making phone calls to these lenders. And of course, the first told me to pound sand. The second was a little nicer. By the time I got to the fourth, they were amazingly willing to negotiate. After I got them to agree to a really small amount, I went to the third, and I got them to agree to a smaller amount. And then I went to the second, got them to agree. Of course, I had authorization from these folks to have these conversations. And pretty soon, I've got a situation where I was able to put this thing on the market and get an offer and then negotiate final numbers and get them out of this home. I closed the escrow, and Mrs. Rice thanked me beyond belief. Mr. Rice just was in tears. But more impactful was when their kids called me and told me what this meant to them, that they were going to be able to spend the last years of their life being happy without the stress of that house. I didn't make a lot on the deal because I had to discount my commission. I had to give back almost everything I made, and at a 50% split with my broker, he took the rest. But here's what I learned. I had to go to every single door more concerned about their situation, more interested in what their objectives were, what their situation was, and really convey and show them that I'm here to help. It's not about me getting a listing, it's about me helping them. That, I believe, is the heart and soul of being a real estate agent. When you can help people with the biggest investment and the biggest thing in their life, which is their house, and if they're going through tough times, you're able to set aside your own greed or needs and help these people through it, whether there's anything in it for you or not, then great things will happen. And I believe that after that, the way I approached every single seller, every door I knocked over the next few years, every expired listing and for sale by owner, I showed up more interested in caring about them than I did my own needs. So with that said, folks, go out and help people. Go out and knock those doors, make those calls, and don't be afraid. The only reason people are uncomfortable, sorry for the train, the only reason some agents are uncomfortable in this situation is because they know they're showing up just wanting something for themselves. And I know none of you watching this are that way, but believe me, believe it or not, there are some realtors out there that only care about themselves. So when you're out there knocking those doors, you're out there having conversations with prospects, remember, put your own needs aside and focus on them. And as you help people through things, whether you make money on those or not, sometimes you're just helping somebody stay in their home, just know that you'll be repaid tenfold for that kindness, for that caring, for that empathy, for that sympathy, and for that respect of your fellow human being. With that said, folks, thanks so much for watching my videos. Stay tuned for the next one, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. That big dog is going to eat those little dogs. Thought it was feeding time, dude. I was gonna I was gonna get it on camera though for you. It's a nice horse, huh?